I'm going to give the Dolphins 3 or 4 games, but this is the first time that I'm starting to see that NFL defenses are starting to catch up and understand the Dolphins' offense. You don't see them plays been like, wow, that was a hell of a play. Did you see that? Man, he faked him, and he crossed him, and he hit him on him, and he was running. So they don't look that much faster than everyone the way they did the last couple years.
The Colts beat the Dolphins 33-8.
Mm-hmm. The number one thing that happened was that we didn't know as a public. We've been hearing about all this nipping, all these little things they've been saying in the Dolphins locker room. They had 6 captains, I think, on the team last year. 4 of those 6 captains are no longer on the team. So typically, when you select a captain,
big deal.
They grown men.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched the Jets try to complete a pass late in the game, and a very good player that was playing for the Dolphins got traded, Jalen Ramsey. He breaks it up for the Pittsburgh to win the game.
Dude.
Smoked him.
Yeah, he smoked that dude.
I mean, it takes players to be able to win this game, but so I don't think that all the little things coming out of the locker room, I do believe that they were a lot more truthful compared to just, oh, let's just talk. It's just, no, they got some real problems. You can see on the sideline with Tyreek Hill and Tua, their body language is not good together. And for the first time, I'm going to give the Dolphins 3 or 4 games. But this is the first time that I'm starting to see that NFL defenses are starting to catch up and understand the Dolphins' offense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't see them plays been like, wow, that was a hell of a play. Did you see that? Man, he faked him, and he crossed him, and he hit him on him, and he was running. So they don't look that much faster than everyone the way they did the last couple years. So those are the things that I'll be watching for. And as a former receiver, you need to have a camera on Tyreek Hill 24/7. Because he's going to do some things that I do believe that they might have to get off of him before the trade deadline. He would probably be the number one person to get traded. I'm talking about real football, not fantasy football, before the trade deadline. You know, because he's disgruntled. Now the top receivers are making over $40 million. He thought his little contract he signed a couple years ago was nice until Nice showed up, Chase, Justin Jefferson, and now even DK Metcalf, guys like that, Amon St. Brown, Detroit. All these guys are making more money than him. And he considers himself a top 5 receiver, and so do I. So that will continue to boil.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you still Mike? I mean, that Mike McDaniel can't make them to stop. They can't get them to stop nipping at each other. He can't get them to. You still a Mike McDaniel supporter?
Well, this is the thing. I don't know what his disposition is behind closed doors, but his whole interview process, his whole personality, the first 2 years, it was very nice and refreshing. I just begin to wonder, and it's not like a Tony Dungy thing, you know, can that guy have command? Because when Tony Dungy was an assistant coach in Minnesota, I could see, without profanity, like no style, any other coach, I could see how much respect people had for him and the brain power and how much football he knew and how much he cared about the players. Mike McDaniel, I don't hear a lot of guys have that type of thing to say about the coach, like what they say in Philadelphia, what they say in Buffalo, what they say in Baltimore, you know, about their coach and their love for their coach. I don't see that. I don't hear that. I'm here locally. Don't hear that in the interviews. So for me, you know, what is the attachment between the head coach and the team now? Because typically you take on the personality of your head coach. And his personality is very, very different than any other head coach that we ever saw. And because the way the offense was clicking, we said, okay, man, this is nice. It's refreshing. But the league's caught up to it. And I do believe that he's lost that locker room, and especially when you lose your key players. And when you let another player affect your quarterback, like you ain't no grown man to be doing that, because you should have nipped that in the bud.
Yeah, but did we need that to look at Mike McDaniel, see how foolish he is, how stupid shit he says? No, he wasn't a grown man. I'm just saying.
No. First of all, let's take that. He is a grown man, but in speaking can you lead grown men?
You're talking about leading some of the most aggressive.
Now you're talking about his disposition, his overall height and everything.
No, I didn't say height.
Some of the things he was.
I didn't say height.
Some of the things he did was cute. Like he was racing the camera guy. Remember that from New England?
Yeah, it's cute when you win.
It's very.
It's cute. I
saw him pull up to the game in a Bentley and everything. I was like, okay.
You take Tony
He had
Dungy.
the shades on.
Yeah, but who's he kidding, bro?
Yeah, Tony Dungy's driving a Chrysler.
But Tony Dungy will still stand up in your face. He's a grown man and handle grown men.
Yeah, Tony Dungy story. The morning he was getting interviewed by Tampa Bay, and he had been going through this interview process, and a lot of people was like, is his personality, like, is his disposition, is soft-spoken, like, will one of these owners? So on the morning of the Tampa Bay interview, he either drops or steps on his glasses, and he didn't have time to get them repaired. And he's like, Chris, I had to make a choice. And I was like, okay, what was it, Coach? He was like, I had to go in there and look like a fool and with broken glasses on, looking like some type of mad scientist, or I can go in there and look like a fool and not be able to see or be able to recognize anything on the board or anything. So I chose to be myself, and I wore the glasses broken and everything.
There you go.
And Tampa Bay hired him.
They hired him. It worked. He hadn't stepped on his glasses, he may not have gotten hired.
Yeah.